Michael Strahan is often a private person, but he has opened up more recently about his life. He has been very open about his daughter's cancer battle and recently began talking about his love of being a first-time grandfather. Now, on a recent episode of Good Morning America, Michelle opened up a little about his youth. Here is what Michael had to say about growing up. Michael Strahan talks on GMA about growing up. This week on Good Morning America, Michael Strahan talked to his regular co-anchors, Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos. Will Reeves was also with them for the segment. He had a question to ask Michael. He wanted to know if Michael had ever attended a high school reunion. Michael was quick to answer and very blunt in his answer when he quickly said, "Nope." Will, who was setting up a segment on high school reunions, quickly pivoted, saying, "Okay. Well, tough start." Robin and George both laughed at the back and forth. However, Michael then explained his reasoning to his co-anchors. "I graduated with a class of 2. That's not very cool. There's 2 of us there," Michael said. How are you? Okay, let's go home." After this, Will delivered his segment, which was about a class reunion 40 years in the making. The Breakfast Club is 40 years old. Will then joked, "That's a class of 5, Michael. Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez, Ali Sheedy, Judd Nelson, and Anthony Michael Hall plan to reunite at the Chicago Comic Convention next month." Fans respond to Michael Strahan's high school reunion comments. It seems that Michael Strahan wasn't alone in his small graduating class. Many fans took to social media to discuss their high school classes and understand where Michael is coming from. Here is a sample of the comments. One commenter spoke about being from a very small graduating class, writing, "I graduated with 7, and only 5 were at our graduation ceremony. I feel this in my soul." Another explained they also only had 2 for a very good reason. "I was a class of 2 also. To be fair, my class was in a church though." Yet another said their class was small, but that didn't keep them apart. "I graduated with a class of like 15, actually graduated a year early. But the class 1 went through school with are still in touch almost 50 years later." However, a Strahan Facebook post from 1989 reveals his graduating class size was not accurate. Michael Strahan graduated from Westbury High School as a senior. He played football at Mannheim American High School, MAS, before that. However, his dad wanted him to attend a better school to get a college scholarship, which worked. Strahan earned a football scholarship to Texas Southern University, via ESPN. What are your thoughts on Michael Strahan's comments about his high school reunion and not going because there would only be 2 of them there? Was he just trying to be funny, or did he misspeak? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Michael Strahan opens up on Good Morning America about his tiny high school class, and fans relate. Michael Strahan, the Good Morning America co-anchor known for his charismatic presence and storied NFL career, has typically kept his personal life under wraps. Recently, however, the 53-year-old has been more forthcoming, sharing heartfelt updates about his daughter Isabella's battle with cancer and his joy at becoming a first-time grandfather to his grandson, Onyx. On March 29, 2025, during a lighthearted segment on GMA, Strahan offered a rare glimpse into his youth, sparking laughter among his co-anchors and a wave of reactions from fans online. The exchange, centered on high school reunions, revealed a surprising, and possibly exaggerated, detail about his past during a casual chat with Strahan's regular co-anchors, Robin Roberts and George Stephanopoulos, alongside correspondent Will Reeve. Reeve, setting up a segment about high school reunions, posed a simple question to Strahan. "Have you ever been to a high school reunion?" Without missing a beat, Strahan delivered a blunt, "Nope." The abruptness of his response caught Reeve off guard, prompting a quick pivot, "Okay. Well, tough start." Roberts and Stephanopoulos burst into laughter, clearly amused by the exchange, which set the tone for what followed. Strahan didn't leave it there. He elaborated with a deadpan explanation that drew more chuckles. "I graduated with a class of 2. That's not very cool. There's 2 of us there. How are you? Okay, let's go home." The mental image of a 2-person reunion, awkward, brief, and devoid of the nostalgia typically associated with such events, landed perfectly with his co-anchors. Reeve then transitioned into his planned story about a reunion tied to the 40th anniversary of the Breakfast Club, joking, "That's a class of 5, Michael." The reference was to the iconic 1985 film stars, Molly Ringwald, Emilio Estevez, Ali Sheedy, Judd Nelson, and Anthony Michael Hall, who are set to reunite at the Chicago Comic Convention next month. Strahan's quip about his tiny class added a humorous counterpoint to the segment's theme of reconnecting after decades. Fans quickly took to social media to weigh in, and it turns out Strahan's experience, or at least his version of it, resonated with more people than expected. On platforms like X and Instagram, viewers shared their own stories of small graduating classes, finding common ground with the TV host. One commenter wrote, "I graduated with 7, and only 5 were at our graduation ceremony. I feel this in my soul." Another chimed in, "I was a class of 2 also. To be fair, my class was in a church though," suggesting a unique educational setting might explain their tiny cohort. A third fan reflected, "I graduated with a class of like 15, actually graduated a year early. But the class one went through school with are still in touch almost 50 years later." The responses painted a picture of diverse high school experiences, with many appreciating Strahan's relatable take, whether it was entirely factual or not. But here's where things get interesting. Strahan's claim of graduating with a class of 2 doesn't quite align with the known details of his past. According to a 1989 Facebook post he reportedly shared and corroborated by ESPN, Strahan graduated from Westbury High School in Houston, Texas, as a senior. Before that, he played football at Mannheim American High School, Maus, in Germany, where his father, a U.S. Army major, was stationed. His dad later moved him to Westbury to attend a school with a stronger football program, a decision that paid off when Strahan earned a scholarship to Texas Southern University. Westbury High, a public school in a sizable district, isn't the kind of place likely to produce a graduating class of 2. So, was Strahan exaggerating for comedic effect, misspeaking, or referring to a different chapter of his education, like a brief stint elsewhere? The inconsistency has left fans and commentators for humor as well documented, from his days as a New York Giants defensive end, where he set the single-season sack record in 2001, to his current role on GMA and Fox NFL Sunday. His quick, nope, and dry follow-up fit his playful on-air persona, suggesting he might have leaned into the absurdity for a laugh. Roberts and Stephanopoulos, who've co-anchored with him since he joined GMA full-time in 2016, seemed to take it in stride, accustomed to his wit. Yet the revelation about his youth, even if embellished, offered a rare peek into the pre-fame Strahan, a kid from a military family who turned a strategic high school switch into a Hall of Fame career. The broader context of Strahan's life adds depth to the moment. In recent months, he's been vocal about his daughter Isabella's medulloblastoma diagnosis, a type of brain cancer, and her inspiring recovery journey. He's also gushed about grandfatherhood since Isabella's sister, Tanita, welcomed Onyx in 2024. These personal disclosures have softened his public image, showing a man who values family above all. His GMA comment, while light, fits this pattern of gradual openness, albeit with a twist of mystery about his high school days. So, what do you think? Was Strahan's class of 2 remark a clever bit of improvisation, a slip of memory, or a nod to an obscure part of his story? Did he skip reunions because they'd be too small to bother with, or does he simply prefer to leave the past in the past? Fans are divided. Some see it as classic Strahan humor, while others wonder if there's more to the tale. Either way, the exchange has sparked a conversation about high school memories, reunions, and the quirky paths that shape us. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.